Om Shanti and a very good morning to all. Today we are going to read the Murli dated 20th June 1977. The title of the Murli is The Way to Become a Constantly Easy Yogi is to be a Great Donor. सदा सहज योगी बनने का साधन है महादानी बनना. In today's Murli, Baba has wonderfully explained that the basis of all the attainments is the one Father. Baba has shared ways to become an easy yogi, underlining that the most important parameter to become an easy yogi is to utilize the godly treasures to serve all the souls. Whatever we have received from Baba, Baba says you have to use this for service. And towards the end, Baba mentions about the qualities of being a great donor. And Baba has wonderfully linked these three concepts, or let's say Baba has linked these three words together, these three stages of being a Mahadani, that is a great donor, of being a Sahaj yogi, that is an easy yogi, and being a Saha yogi, that means being cooperative in godly service. So let's read the Murli together. Baba says, the aim and effort of all of you Brahman souls is to become easy, constant yogis and to remain stable in your elevated stage. However, because of your weaknesses, you experience it to be sometimes easy and sometimes difficult. By calling them your weaknesses, you make it difficult. In fact, any elevated soul or Brahman soul, a master almighty authority, Trikaladarshi, and a master ocean of knowledge cannot experience anything to be difficult in deeds or thoughts. Now this Baba has mentioned about an elevated soul, but this is an extremely elevated stage as well. If we are into the awareness of either of the titles that Baba has mentioned, then Baba says you will never experience difficult deeds or thoughts. Further, Baba says, as well as being an easy yogi, such an elevated soul is also a natural yogi. Because for such elevated souls, the Father and service are the whole world. Remembrance of the Father and service are the sanskars of the Brahman birth. So this is also like a checking point. To what extent, to what percentage have I accumulated these sanskars of the Brahman birth, of remembrance and service? Mana kitna ज़्यादा बाबा की याद और बाबा की सेवा मुझ आत्मा को खींचती है. To what extent? Apart from the Father and service, nothing else is visible in their world or their sanskars. They cannot have any other thoughts. In the world, the intellect of a human soul is always pulled towards relationships and attainments. Now, Baba will take us down to the point where, we can actually calculate to what extent have we experienced, or to what extent do we experience this stage, of remembering the Father and being in his service throughout. Baba says, for Brahman souls, only the Father and nothing else is the basis of all relationships and all attainments. So, is it easy or difficult to become a natural yogi? If for Brahman souls, this is the unwritten rule that Father and nothing else, and this will form all the basis of relationships and attainments. So Baba says, is it easy or difficult to become a natural yogi? Now this needs a thought, a deep thought, because at times the intellect, the mind gets pulled away into the worldly matters, into the worldly chaos, into the worldly relationships, okay, and attainments. Further, Baba says, even against your conscious wish, your intellect would go towards all your relationships and attainments. So, this makes you a natural yogi, does it not? No? If apart from all the worldly matters to be kept aside, Baba says, if you are firm, if you are in the awareness, if you are in the remembrance that one Father and nothing, you can easily become a natural yogi, Nirantar yogi. But we can actually, in the discussion, we can actually take out points. How are we practicing to be this? Because this is a very high stage and a very elevated stage. Further, Baba says, if you are not an easy and natural yogi, it means you definitely don't experience having all relationships with the Father. You have not made the Father belong to you in all relationships. The basis of all attainments is the one Father. The basis of all relationships and the basis of all attainments is the one Father. You haven't made this experience your own. If at times we are facing difficulties in becoming a natural yogi, if we are sitting and trying to, concentrate, or trying to divert the mind towards Baba, but if we are not able to do that, then Baba says something or the else, maybe in your relationship, maybe in the attainment, something or the else is lacking. Something physical, something worldly is dragging you away from Baba. Now, what will you do to become an easy yogi? Baba will also give us ways now. He says, you do wish to become an easy yogi, do you not? The way to become an easy yogi is to consider yourself to be a server and constantly use everything, your every thought, word, and deed to serve all the souls of the world. No? What is the way to become an easy yogi? Is to consider yourself a server. No? Utilize each thought, word, and of the world. Baba says, use whatever treasures of Brahman life you have attained from the Father to serve all souls. Use the treasure of all powers, virtues, knowledge, and time to earn an elevated income in service. That is, be cooperative. सहज योगी बनने का साधन है सहयोगी बनना. To become an easy yogi, you first have to be cooperative, to be a server, because while we are serving others, now see when Baba says that utilize these powers, these virtues, the knowledge, the time, while we are busy utilizing these treasures for others, for the benefit of others, ultimately, somehow we do connect, the soul does connect with Baba because he himself is the giver. We are to take it from him and then we have to serve it to the world. No? तो माना सर्व जब हम औरों को कर रहे हैं, जब हम औरों को दे रहे हैं, तो उसमें प्राप्ति अपनी पहले होती है. ना? सहज बनना, सहज योगी बनना बहुत सहज है फिर. Baba says, use the treasure of powers, virtues, knowledge, and time to earn an elevated income in service. That is, be cooperative. Give the cooperation of making the atmosphere elevated through your attitude. Now, one by one, Baba will mention what is to be done with each and every aspect. Like, let's suppose, so we'll just underline these points so that we can discuss it towards the end. Baba says, give the cooperation of making the atmosphere elevated through your attitude. That means through your vritti. With your awareness, remind others of their form of a powerful Master Almighty authority. That means with the smriti, with the awareness. Through your words, cooperate in making souls into spinners of the discus of self-realization and Master Trikaldarshi. वाणी से स्वदर्शन चक्र फिराना, औरों को भी स्वदर्शन चक्रधारी बनाना है. Through your every deed, give the message of being a karma yogi and of constantly living like a lotus flower. कर्मों से कमल पुष्प समान बनने की प्रेरणा देनी. Further, Baba says, by experiencing all relationships with the elevated Father, you have to cooperate with other souls and enable them to experience all relationships with the Father. Knowing the importance of your spiritual connection, make them aware of the elevated time, that every second of the present confluence age is instrumental to give you an attainment for many births, that each step has an income of multi-millions merged within it. But then we will only be able to tell this to others while we feel this, right? That the time is very precious. Every second, many births. Each step, multi-millions merged within it. Further, Baba says, by knowing the treasure of time in this way, give others the introduction to the time for attaining everything. Cooperate in every way and you will become an easy yogi. Do you know how to cooperate? Initially, Baba started with the question that how will you become an easy yogi? Giving us ways, taking us into the depths, okay, of being cooperative. And then now Baba says, do you know how to be cooperative? Now, do you know how to cooperate? Baba says, one who is full of all treasures will be able to cooperate. A soul who is full will naturally have the thought of being a great donor of all souls, for all souls. The way to become a great donor is to cooperate, and to cooperate is to become an easy yogi. The way to become a great donor is to cooperate. And a महादानी बनने के लिए सहयोगी बनना आवश्यक है. And to cooperate is to be an easy yogi. सहयोगी बनकर सहज yogi बनना easy. Right? So see the connection between these three, of being a great donor, of being cooperative, and then being an easy yogi. So Baba makes it easy for us to analyze these points step by step and bring it into action, right? A great donor would use very little of his treasures for himself. He would use more for service. To give as a great donor to other souls is to be a benefactor for all, is to be a benefactor for oneself. To donate is to accumulate 100-fold return for one. एक का 100 गुना करके मिलेगा. Therefore, the present time is not for spending all your treasures for yourself on trivial matters or on obstacles that are as tiny as ants. Baba says this is not the time to waste these treasures. Okay? This is not the time to just keep utilizing these treasures for your own self, for little matters, for trivial matters. No? But this is the time to be a great donor. And also Baba mentioned, right, that utilizing it for others will first benefit you in one way, right? Baba says, therefore, the present time is not for spending all your treasures for yourself on trivial matters or on obstacles that are as tiny as ants. Become an unlimited server and you will easily yourself. Be generous-hearted and continue with generosity to distribute the treasures of attainment. By being generous-hearted, you will easily be able to uplift yourself. Use the time that you would otherwise be taking to finish your obstacle in serving with deep love. That means the time that we waste in overcoming the obstacles. Baba says instead of doing that, instead of, breaking your head on that, how to cross these obstacles, utilize the time in serving, with deep love. Okay. At times we do experience this stage, while we experience, while something or the else comes in between and you feel like, the time is getting wasted or the energy is getting wasted, or somehow we are not able to connect, connect to the inner self, connect to Baba. At times this happens. So what we can do at that time is to just serve, like a lot of our seniors also explain in their classes, that if you are not feeling well from within, if something or the else, just go and do some sort of service. Obviously, you will not be able to provide knowledge at that time or sit in yoga at that time because you're not comfortable from within. So what you can do, the best remedy for this is go to the center, do some karmana seva, something or the else. Just ask the center in charge that, do you have something for me? Do you want me something to do? That is extremely beneficial because I myself have tried this. Because what happens is you get caught up at times, okay? Maybe something related to work, maybe something related to other relationships. And at that point, you don't realize what next is to be done. So simply just go to the center, do some sort of service over there. That is extremely beneficial. That helps. That helps a lot. So this one line that Baba mentioned, that use the time that you would otherwise be taking to finish your obstacle in serving with deep love. So instead of breaking your head on, why is this happening? What is happening to me? Why am I not able to concentrate? Just go, do some service. Automatically, everything gets you on track. Further, Baba says, become such great donors that you constantly serve through your every thought and breath. The fruit of service with deep love is that the obstacles will easily finish because it is now time to receive instant fruit. See, this is the promise of the Lord. That once you are in service, and that too with deep love, then you might not need extra time to finish up the obstacles, or you do not need to make the extra effort or the hard work there. Okay, because it is now time to receive the instant fruit. Now it's like Baba sitting ready there. All you have to do is just go. Go to him. Baba says the instant fruit of service is to experience happiness and power in the self. प्रत्यक्ष फल जिसको बोलते हैं ना, खुशी और शक्ति अनुभव करना. However, it should be service with an honest heart. Underlining, right? The Lord is pleased with an honest heart. So maybe we can stop here for today, because the next para will take us into the depths of how we have to serve. So maybe we can continue with this on Monday. I'll just read the Yad Pyar, then maybe we can end this. To those who constantly serve through every thought, to those who renounce temporary fruit, to those who are constantly embodiments of success, to the generous-hearted souls who become instruments to uplift all souls, to the close souls who are constantly engrossed in the Father and service, to the souls who are the great donors of all treasures, to such elevated souls, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. From us children, to our beloved Bap Dada, love-filled remembrance and namaste. We can take a few moments of silence to reflect upon the points, and then we shall share. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We can now unmute and share the points. What has Baba mentioned today?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother.
Yeah. The way to become constant and easy yogi, you have to become a great donor first. So Baba also mentioned very nicely how to become an easy yogi, the method, be a great donor and be Sahayogi, be cooperative in all the tasks. So your word should be none but one, the only one Baba. And we have to consider ourselves to be a server. So make every opportunity to give service. And there shouldn't be any other thought other than doing service and being a Sahayogi in all possible ways. So eventually you will become an easy yogi, natural yogi. That's what Baba says here. Yeah. Thank you. So my takeaway would be the same. Yeah, I would see wherever there is an opportunity, we grab that opportunity to do service. So when we do that, right? So when we do Baba's service, we know we are connected with Baba. So it's going to protect us from stumbling around or even help us conquering the obstacles. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Sandy.
Om Shanti, yes. Wonderful. What else? Anybody else would like to share, would like to add on? No? So what?
Om Shanti,
Yes.
sister.
Om Shanti, sister.
The journey which he had for 2 days, like for the past 2 days, brother took us round to yesterday when Baba just mentioned a very cardinal statement. Easy yoga is not yoga. It is only Raja Yoga. Like he just really made it realize in the last Murli, the king of all yogas, let it be any yoga, Saj yoga, any yoga, it's only Raj Yoga. And we were just really grounded in that, going through the secrets, the processes, the bodiless stage of Raj Yoga. But today, if you see, just for me to take from there was easy yoga, natural yoga, and cooperative yoga. I mean, the Saj yoga. But out of all that, Baba saying you don't have to go to all those asanas, through those pranayams, through this and that. It is such a simple exercise, which I'm going to give you, absolutely simple exercise. You don't have to go to the rigors of going to the forest or going sitting in meditation, nothing. So such a easy, switch on, switch off, touch, go. So that I thought was, see, it's easy to say for me, switch on and all. I'm just making it, sister, like a word, but I know even that switch on requires so much and that switch off requires so much. Then coming to natural, I think that attracts me. Take for example, I'm a mother. When I see my child anywhere in any stage, no need for me to remind that's my child and I am a mother. It's something, a natural thing for me. Whatever my son may do, my child, my daughter may do anything, there's a kind of a natural inclination towards that soul, towards that thing. It's how did I get it? I don't know. Is it because I bore her in my womb, or is it because of that kind of a feeling, that natural? So I tried to take that natural yoga with yoga. What is this great thing of becoming a yoga? It's my nature, it is my form, it's me. Why should I go and sit and do an exercise and all? Just think. So, for that, only one word which Baba gave in the beginning is to belong to Him. So, for me to be a natural yoga, I need not carry anything in my womb, but just have to carry Baba with me, that belonging, I think, natural. That's how I was trying to chant. Cooperative yoga, I don't know, I wasn't getting an analogy because as you were reading, I was trying to go in more of these natural yoga because I love something which is natural, something beautiful. That's what was running in my mind. Thank you, sister.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Yes, brother, wanted to share something?
Yeah, it's about natural yoga. So I was also thinking about natural yoga. So, right now we all know that if we have to sit in meditation or experience Baba, either we need Murli or we have to be in that intoxicated stage. Otherwise, it becomes difficult sometimes. Okay. Natural yoga means actually it has to be our natural, part. See, we are breathing, right? Every moment, but how much are we aware of it that we are breathing? Only when we pay attention, then we know that we are breathing. Otherwise, not, right? So similarly, we need to have this sort of a, or we need to build this sort of a, habit that our mode should automatically change to that yoga mode. There shouldn't be any effort to remember Baba. So that's why I think Baba says the only method for that is to, have him in all relationship, experience him in all relationship. Because as we know, the intellect will wander only when we have a connection somewhere, right? It has to be, or either it's a relationship with the body or bodily beings or work or whatever it means. But when there is a connection, then intellects go there, right? So when we can have, that's why I think Baba says you have me in all your relationship, and then eventually you'll remember me. So this is, I think, something practice is also required, but it will be very good and very nice to experience when it becomes natural, right? There should, just imagine there is no effort required. Just like Baba says, the body consciousness become natural for us. It doesn't take any effort for us to become or come into body consciousness. Similarly, just imagine when we get to that natural stage of self-consciousness, then then the yoga will be easy, natural. It will be a wonderful stage to experience. Thank you.
Just to add to what that brother said, see, natural, I agree with him. See, it's not like a mother and child, which is a kind of thing given by nature. I do understand. Yes, this natural yoga needs a practice. It's a I call it as a predisposition. where I would have practiced it, grounded in it, grounded in it, so that when you pinch me, like we say, in accounts, when I was an accounts teacher, when you pinch, you should know the accounting rules: debit the receiver, credit the giver. Like, it should be a natural outflow. I agree. It should be. It is already. It is not something which comes. It comes in constant practice. But why I'm saying it, because just to share with you, Deepika's sister, I'm in Madhuban, and I'm so privileged. I got a sandesh to say where Baba says to be a natural yogi. That's why I'm enjoying the natural. I just had one question, Deepika Ben. I have put in my chat box also all that which you shared about smriti, about vritti, about words. Just one thing I was trying to connect. What is this spiritual connection and time? I couldn't get that reference. Could you please clarify that? Where Baba speaks, everything else was fine. In your actions, karma yogi, words, think of spinners, smriti, remind yourself as, what was that? The Master Almighty Authority. Can you give the clarification that through your spiritual connection, remind others of the elevated time? Please clarify.
Jay, I believe Baba was trying to mention that you, Brahmin souls, you children know that there is not much time now left, right? Because we are towards the end of the conference age as well. And we know that how much this time is precious, right? We children are aware that in every step, like as Baba also mentioned, that now taking each step will give us multi-million fold returns. Every second is connected to many births, right? And as we are progressing with the conference age, day by day, uh, it's becoming even more like, what should I say? It's becoming even more easy for us to connect to Him now, right? And take these benefits, because since the time is left, like if somebody is to wrap up a sale, let's for example, that the shopkeeper may give it, it will start giving it for free, maybe, or maybe with some like minute, he has to anyway end up the sale. So this is now that time, right? That we are just towards the end of the conference age, and Baba is just ready to give, because everybody is in that mode of packing up, as Baba is in the mode of packing up. So he says that since you realize this, so with this spiritual connection that you have with Baba, make this point clear to others as well, that this time is now to accumulate and to collect, for many births. So this is what I feel. If anybody else would like to add on, may surely go ahead. Anybody else would like to add on or answer to what Sister asked?
Let me tell you why I asked you that question. I think that's a very great relationship you can't explain to people. They never believe that the time is now. They still say it's a long time. Like if you say, even they quote so many n number of years and all. For them to say, put it in time, they say, okay, can you give us the time? Has your God told us what is the time? So I was just, it's a kind of, what to say, a very finicky thing for me to say my connection and time. That's why I had that question.
Okay. Anybody else would like to add on anything to this, or would like to share any other point? Yes, Raki sister, please go ahead.
One reflection to the question that Krijaman asked was, by having connection with the Father, Baba mentioned that your word, deed, action should reflect your connection with Baba. So that Ruhaniyat, that spiritual connection that we depict through our words, deeds. So, for example, in any disastrous situation, we being calm and composed, gives an experience to others that there is something different in them. And that's only through the connection of Baba. uh, and that changed the attitude and the atmosphere where we are present. Maybe that's one way to reflect on what Baba means here, that your connection with the Supreme is being seen in the world, and that changed the attitude and approach. That is one reflection others can add on.
Yes, yes, wonderful.
Yeah, Rakhi Ben, I agree with you. See, this worked during the COVID times. I could see the thing in people, the urgency in people, the thing to connect to something, the thing to really run towards something. But now, like the comfort zone, they have come back to their comfort zone. And now go and say them, they say such kind of things happen and they come down. They happen and come down. I think if that one thing really, that has two things, as Deepika sister said, the time is now. I like that. The time is now, highlighting the conference age. And the time is, the clock is on. I think these two things really, he only has to come and ring the bell, I think.
Okay. Anyone else would like to add on? Would like to share any other point? Go ahead, please. No? Anything else?
Om Shanti. I really like that point when you shared that go to a center and, near a center and then offer yourself for the seva. It really transforms, whether it is distribution of bhog or, any service, cleaning somewhere, and whatever sister or brother has to have they require, just go and offer yourself. It really transforms and the mood, and you get elevated, and then after that when you go to Baba's room, it really connects instantly. I have experienced that quite often. Om Shanti.
Okay. Yes, brother, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, I wanted to add something about that, the time discussion and the churning. So when we look at the time, right, the current time, the confluence age time. So if we really look at it, as Sister you also mentioned that, towards the end, there's going to be more offer, right? The shopkeeper is going to keep, right, a combo offer and many other offers. So you buy something, you get many things along with that. So similarly, when this conference it started, just think at the time, right, Baba used to come down and give the knowledge, right? At the time, Baba was present in Sakar form. So he used to do the Sakar Seva, right, through Brahma's body. And at the time, and then time passed, and then it has become, Baba became Avyakt, and then started the Avyakt Parana. And though Baba used to come only for the teaching, giving knowledge and direction. And now see, the time has further gone, where it's done now. So the teaching is also done, everything is almost done, and now they're repeating stuff, right? So the course is getting repeated now. So if you look at it, right, so way back when it started, right, at the time Baba was present here in Sakar form, and then later Avyakt form. Now though Baba is coming, Baba has become so Avyakt, very subtle. So if somebody who was a old PK or something who took this Palana, right, Sakar Palana and Avyak Palana, and who have not taken Sakar and Avyak Palana, who has only got the very subtle Palana, the virtual Palana or the video Palana. Okay. So if they really pay attention here now, what is the main change is one, if they have to create a stage, they'll have to put so much of an effort, they'll have to pay so much of attention inside to get to that stage because the time has changed. And as you can see, the quality has also greatly come down, right? So now the stage is like it's very close, and if somebody is paying little attention to create a stage to remember Baba, then the support is going to be so much in return that which Baba will give. Because the time is like that. Now it becomes difficult to remember Baba because we have come to that sort of a stage. It has become avyakt and avyakt on top of avyakt. So this is the time we look at it. This time has also so much of a secret in it. Not many will be able to reveal that. But when somebody knows the art of going inside and stabilizing themselves with the one Almighty authority, they might be the one who's enjoying the super senses joy of the Almighty, I believe, because this time is very precious because it's closing time. Yeah, somebody wants to add to it. Yeah, sorry. Shanti.
Yeah, I like to endorse what the brother said and with what Raki Ben said. You know, my Sampannata would bring about Samipta. I remember that word. Aap sabki Sampannata Samipta ko laegi. I like that. Also, in the first part of the Murli, I love this double lock, which Baba always mentions in all his Murlis. Yaad aur seva, aur kuch nahi, aur kuch nahi. Sirf ek baat, aur kuch nahi. Aur koi baat nahi. No other baat, only baat. Double lock, yaad aur seva. I love those rhyming things. Om Shanti.
Yeah, just one more point to add. One senior brother, who very senior brother, okay, he attended so many. I took so much of a big part now. He shared that the kind of experience that he had earlier and the kind of experience that he's getting now, right, while taking the video Palana, okay, Baba's video Palana. We shouldn't say that, but yes, that's in reality, that is the reason. So he says that the kind of experience that he's getting right now is much better than he used to, experience in the past, which means Baba's sustenance is really intense right now at this moment than before. So Baba, if children are give time for Baba, Baba is getting so much of experience right now. It's time. Okay. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. Okay, so anybody else would like to add on? As brother said that if we are taking just even one step towards Baba, Baba's all set to give us, multi-million folds. So, and also as brother mentioned that the path has also changed. It has become more, not saying more, but then totally avyakt, right? So if we are ready to, we just need to be ready to this now, right? Anybody else would like to add on or share anything? No? Okay, Raki sister, shall we move towards the meditation?
Before we move on to meditation, we have an announcement for tomorrow. Tina from US would be taking us through a session on how to create powerful yoga on the basis of the Murlis that we are studying in this week. So let's experience that with her experiences and practices tomorrow. Over to you, Deepika Ben.
Om Shanti. Let's sit back for a few moments in silence with the self. I, the being, I am an easy yogi, a natural yogi. I, the being, I am only light, naturally flowing, naturally glowing light. I visualize my deep connections with the One, the Supreme, the highest, the holiest of all. This wonderful connection between us, between Baba and me, is making me like him. It's making me cooperative like him. It's making me a giver, a donor, Mahadani, Vardani like him. Maintaining this stage, maintaining the attitude, with the awareness and the remembrance. I, the being, I will carry forward these learnings today in my thoughts, in my words, and will reflect it in my deeds as well. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Deepika Ben, for the wonderful session. Thank you, Divine Family. We all meet tomorrow. Until then, become a great donor and donate the treasures that you've received from Baba today. Becoming easy yogi by doing that.